All right, you guys, welcome. It is, I always have to look at the date. It is Tuesday, January 5th, and we are already jumping into our new goals for the year. So I've got several different things I want to share with you tonight. And one of the reasons I'm super excited about this call is because it's a fresh start, right? Just having a new year and thinking about all the possibility that we have in a new year is so exciting to me. And whether last year for you was amazing, whether last year had its ups and downs, or whether last year was a complete dud in many areas of your life, I don't know. But it doesn't matter, because you can take steps today that completely change the trajectory of your life, right? Oh.
Yes, bunny wants to come out.
No, we're not taking the bunny out. Sorry, she wants to take the bunny out. No bunny during the call. I don't know what'll be chewed up. And by the way, my son and my daughter will be coming home at different times. So if the dogs bark, I apologize. We'll just sort of get through it. My husband's in Bloomington, and I had 3 kids in different places. So, okay. So the first thing that I wanted to share with you is our personal development plan. And this is something, and Susie and I had a fantastic call last week. I mean, I tell you, Susie, I've been just meditating on what we've talked about and really thinking about where I would love for this team to go. Mm-hmm. And not just for me, not because of what I want to achieve, but because of what I feel we can do together. And this is all going to tie in to the different information I'm going to give you this evening, okay? So Susie and I talked, and a lot of times I have held back in some ways, not because I want to hoard information for myself, but because I feel like the information's out there, and I never want someone to feel like, oh, well, she thinks she knows everything, or she's telling us what to do, or I don't like to do things that way. And so I, in my error, have held back from even sharing a lot of information that I should have or could have been sharing. So part of that is we have always shared in our 3 vital behaviors as a successful coach. Part of that is personal development, personal growth. And I really, other than recommending books or saying this is what I'm doing right now, I really haven't, on a consistent basis, we have from time to time done a couple of books together, but overall, we have not really had a full year of a personal growth plan set in motion that we not only read or listen to the books together, but we implement. And I'm telling you, I think this is where I have had a downfall. I read or listen to a lot of books. I mean, if you looked at my library, I mean, I'm covered in books. I've literally got, I'll show you. Some of these we're going to do. I have a ton of books, okay? But sometimes I get so into the goal of getting it read, reading for a certain amount of pages or a certain amount of time, that I don't actually really sit down and take notes and then take those notes and apply it to my business. I think, oh, that's a great idea, or oh, that's a great quote, and that's as far as it goes. And I think about it, but it's never implemented. And I think if I have a sneaking suspicion, most of you may be the same way if you are indeed doing personal development. So this is what we're going to do. I am going to recommend, now, I'm not forcing anyone to do this, okay? So you have to want to do this on your own accord. You are adults. You have your own businesses. But I am going to recommend that we do these books, these programs together, and not only read them, but actually come together on a weekly basis and in some way, shape, or form, whether it's a mastermind call or whether we do it on our peppers, or whether we do it on our team page or whatever, that we actually share what we're getting from these books, because you may get something out of a chapter that I might not pick up on, and vice versa. And then we figure out how we're going to implement it. And then we take the step of holding each other accountable for it or to it. Does that make sense? So we're not just going, oh, that was a great book. That was awesome. That was cool. That made me feel good and all tingly. And then we don't do anything with it. So
Jeremy, if you also want to make it even easier for us, there are summaries, book summaries online that you can just print out, and it has the basic main points. For example, the 21 Laws of Leadership by Maxwell. I printed out, I even shared it on the team page, a summary of the book, because it listed all the laws and what each law meant. So that saves you time of writing or typing or whatever. And then you can go from there and add your own notes.
Absolutely. That's a good idea. Yeah, definitely a good idea. And, and this is something I want to throw out there. I would love to do, I don't want to take away our team call, but I don't want to overburden you either with time. But I really feel that, you know, working just that little bit extra with the personal development, I really feel like that's going to help benefit us as a team and individually in our businesses. So I would like to set a time to have a mastermind group weekly. If that doesn't work for you guys, then we can just do it on our team page. I don't feel like we need to set up a separate group. I feel like we can just put it out there on our team page, and under that post, we can all share. So think about that, and I might ask you again at the end, or if we run out of time, we can have that conversation on our page. But that's where I'm headed with this portion, okay? Now, here are the 12 books that I have picked out, and I'll say programs, because one of these is actually a book/program, okay? All right, so, and I will print this out for you guys and actually put this on our page, all right? But if you want to write these down now, you can. Okay, so Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. There is a Miracle Morning. I have one in print and I have one in audio. This one is the basic Miracle Morning, but Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. So specifically to what we're doing, amazing book. I've already started it, and I am very, very happy to go back and restart with you guys as well, because it's amazing. So that's one book. Number 2 is called Mindset, M-I-N-D-S-E-T. And that was one that my accountability partner, Jenny Swisher, recommended to me. Number 3 is Do-Over. I don't know if you've heard of that, by John Acuff. John Acuff wrote the book Start. Loved that book. He has a very funny way of writing. He's very entertaining. Number 4, The Slight Edge. And I know some of you, we have done this before, and that's not an excuse. So if you've done it before, I don't care. I've done it before too. Okay. But very, very great, a lot of great information. And again, how much do we pass over in the sense of trying to get it read quickly and say we've done it, or we've done our personal development, and not put things into practice? And of course, you're a different person now than you were last year when you probably did the book. And so we're going to do that again. Entrepreneur Roller Coaster by one of my favorites, Darren Hardy. Hey, sweetie. I'll talk to you in a minute. I'm recording the call. I heard you last. Huh? I heard you last. Yeah. We'll talk in a minute.
21 and 32.
Okay. Sorry. He didn't win his basketball game today, so we're going to have to chat here in a little bit. So yeah, I have this in CD form and also the book. Great, great, great book. The Desire Map. That one is by Danielle Laporte, Laporte, The Desire Map. And then this is an oldie but a goodie, Push by Chalene Johnson. And it's in book form, but I am going to have us do the video series. Okay? The School of Greatness, and that is by Lewis Howes, who I just saw in person back a few months ago when his book was first released. Great, great book. And then again, this one is not very long. Go for No. The next one, Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk. And another one that we have done before, but a lot of you may not have, is called The Go Giver. And then the other one that I have down is Go Pro. Now, these right now are not in order. And because I debated whether or not to say specifically, this is for this month, this is for that month. I really would like for us to start with Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. That's the one I'd like for us to start with. And then I kind of want to see how we're doing, how everybody is sort of progressing and where we feel the need is. And from there, I have an idea of where I want to go, but I kind of want to wait and see how the group is feeling and what engages you guys. Okay? So does that make sense? Now, I think we can do a book or a program type thing per month. There will be other things that I will share with you that will not be just for that particular book. It could be a podcast. It could be, a video I've come across, whatever. So there will be more than that. And I'm going to be trying to continue to help train, give ideas. Know that whatever I share with you, of course, I'm wanting to develop a certain team culture. I want to make sure that your needs are met. And so it's going to be very important for you guys to communicate with me what you need, where you feel you need more help, whatever. I'm very open to those things, but I think part of where I've always sort of felt that way, but in turn I've held back. And I think I'm just going to start taking the reins a little bit and putting it out there. And then those of you who want to come along for the journey, we are going to run together. All right. So like I said, we're all adults. I'm not going to force anyone, but I'm definitely going to help hold you accountable if this is something that you are committed to. Okay. And no matter what you do with this business or with your life, with your relationships, no matter what you do, personal growth can help every single one of us. But know that I am definitely going to be helping to focus in through the lens of our business. Does that make sense? So while personal growth definitely makes us better people in all realms of our life, we're going to focus through the lens of our Beachbody business. Okay, so that's the personal development plan. Now, where we're headed. Our team, I think, is really headed for big things. And what I love about this team is that and for lack of a better word, I feel like we're real people. Does that make sense? We're real people. We're not, we're not all Barbie dolls. We're not like, and that was one thing when I was teaching at the Y, I was self-conscious about, because I always looked at myself and thought, even though I had lost at the time like 65 pounds, I still felt like the really heavy, overweight girl that I'd always been. Felt like I was the heaviest girl in the room, even though I was in the front of the class. And I'd look at other instructors and go, I don't look like that. I work out, and at the time, I was at the gym 2 to 3 hours every day, whether I was teaching with a personal trainer, running the treadmill, whatever. Eating well, doing my thing, got down to as small as I could get, and I still didn't look like a Barbie doll. But what really made me feel good was that people would tell me, you look like a real woman, you're healthy and you're strong. And that wasn't negative to me. That was a positive thing for me. And I feel like our team can be strong, awesome women, and we don't have to look like a model or a size 2. Now, if that's your goal, that's okay. I'm not putting that down. But I just want you to know you can be an amazing coach without looking like that. You can be there for other people without looking like that. And so that's my goal, is for us as a team. I think we can be an elite team. I know we can. I know that we can be out there helping other people. And it's not about me. It's about us. And so what I want to share with you, we're going to end the call with, and this is really important. This time of year, we're all about setting goals. And so you're going to be thinking about this right now. And what most people do is you set goals, and then the smart thing to do, of course, is to set activities or to make a plan or a roadmap to reach those goals. And we are going to do that. However, your motivation matters. Because if your motivation is misplaced, you aren't going to last very long in this business. So what I want you to do, the strategy we're going to take as we start to figure out what goals we want to set for ourselves and our business and our team, we're going to look through two filters. The filter of growth, which of course parallels exactly what we were just starting to talk about, and number two, contribution. And what I mean by that is how we contribute to other people. All right? Because so often we set goals for us. And I'm not saying that's bad, right? Because obviously as moms, most of us, as moms, we are thinking about, paying certain bills and making sure our children are taken care of and bills are paid and all that kind of stuff. But we also want to have more than that, right? Like, we set a rank. Well, what does that rank mean? Is it all about me? If it's all about you, it's not going to make you quite as happy as if your focus is on other people, then the rest of the things fall into place. So we're going to look through some goals through those two filters, okay? So by doing that, by helping other people, that's going to help you. That's the wonderful part about it, right? When you treat people a certain way and help them, it always comes back to help you. So think about, number one, think about goals that will force you to grow as a person, as a coach. And then think about goals that will help you contribute to other people. Okay? Because if you only take care of yourself, you're only going to live a small life. And I think most of us on here are Christians. And isn't that what we believe, right? That by giving to other people, that's what we're supposed to do. Love other people, do for other people. Our life is so much richer, isn't it? And it's not just about the money and the material things. All right. So let's see here, looking at my notes. Okay. So for example, in Beachbody, some of the things we think about is rank, right? So whether you're a coach moving on to what we call an emerald coach, and if you're not sure what that is, we'll definitely get to telling you all about that later. But emerald coach, and then there's a ruby or a diamond coach, star diamond coaches, and so on. Isn't it, when you think about it, becoming a new rank, isn't it so much better to think that you hit that rank because you helped other people go where they want to go, as opposed to you just hitting a certain rank and walking across stage or whatever? Everything takes on a new meaning when your motivation changes. So here are some common goals that we can be setting for ourselves. And we're going to get a lot more specific beyond this call. So don't worry if this wasn't as specific as you may have wanted. This is going to help you start to set your goals. And then we're going to meet up again and we're going to talk about our goals and set some action plans together. So number one, being a true product of the product or a true ambassador for Beachbody's products. Being a user, we don't want to sell, right? How many people say, I don't want to sell. I don't want to be a salesperson. I'm not a salesperson. We don't want salespeople. We want people that love the product, that embody the lifestyle, that use, drink Shakeology and work out. And no matter where you're at in your journey, you can be a true product of the product. Okay. And that creates a product culture on our team. Everyone on our team is a product of the product. We are living that healthy lifestyle, doing our best every day to be better. So we need to develop our story and share that with other people publicly. And some people are so scared to do that. And I get it. It's scary to put yourself out there on social media. But think about it through the lens of growth. If you are using Beachbody products, what are the chances that you're getting into better health? Hopefully a lot, right? Like that's the goal for most of us, is to still continue to work on our health and fitness. And that's where we should be. Think about it through the lens of contribution. Who can you be helping? Who are you helping when you share your story? I think of a lot of people you can be inspiring on social media. Part of our current challenge group, we ask people to share it on their page. And several of my challengers have written me privately and have said, I was so scared and weirded out by doing that, but I did. And I've already gotten several people that are cheering me on and have said that I'm inspiring them to do something, this new year. So how awesome is that you can be contributing to other people in that way? Second goal, to develop your own story. Some of you may not think you even have a story. And, think about why you got involved with Beachbody, with the company as a coach. You can change your story as well. If you've been like me and you're around a while, my story has changed. I turned 40 this last November, and the last year and a half to 2 years has been more of a struggle for me. I lost my 65 pounds and was doing great, and kept it off for several years, and then boom, my body changed, things changed. My story has changed. So, you can sometimes think about, this is where you're at, this is where you're going, but you can also create a fresh, new, inspirational story. If you feel like I don't really have one, then create one. And that's, again, part of being a product of the product. You can create a whole new platform for yourself by creating a new story that you can share. Okay? So, what story can you start writing and, of course, living today that will compel others to do the same? Number 3, your customers. We need to be a customer culture, not just recruiting coaches. I mean, that's wonderful, but we also need to be sharing what we're doing with other people. It starts with you by being a product of the product, and then thinking about, making a goal. How many new people each month am I going to help? Number 4, I'm going to try to get through this. I want to make sure we get through all of this. Number 4, recruiting. And that is building a network, building a team around you of like-minded people that want to help others the same way you do. And of course, not everybody we bring in is going to be a fitness instructor or a nutritionist. Most of us aren't. Most of us are regular, everyday people, moms who have busy lives. Everyone's busy. And we're just wanting to share that, that lifestyle and the opportunity with other people that they can really help to create the life that they want for them and their family. So, think about what's a good recruiting goal for you. How many new coaches do you want to bring in each month? So think about that. Number 5, income. Now, think about this. What would you like your income with Beachbody to be this year? Some of you may be conservative and say $10,000 for the whole year. Some of you may say, I'd like to make $1 million. Whatever. Okay, I know that's different spectrum. Whatever that dollar sign is for you, think about this. The money itself is not the reward. The reward is who you have to become in order to earn that money. And that's where we look through that lens of growth again. In order to create that growth or to create that income, you more than likely have to get better in some way, right? When you think about right now, if you're making $30 a week or if you're making $1,000 a week, if you want to make more than you're doing, you're going to have to become more. And that's where the personal growth comes in. And then think about it. With our team, whether you're sideline or you're downline, if you're making an income and you're sharing that and what you're doing, and we're talking about this as a team, we are encouraging each other to also create income earners, and they're helping to do that for their teams. And so all of those people are helping their families, aren't they, by being income earners? So that's where we can think about the contribution as well as the growth. So set an income goal for yourself that will cause you to push, to stretch, and to think about who you will have to become in order to do that. And I'm not telling you what that goal is, right? I'm not giving you goals necessarily. I'm giving you ideas of things that you can consider as you create your goals for the year. Same thing along the lines of income is rank, moving up in rank. Usually that means more income. Not always, depends on how you're building your business, but it can definitely mean more income. And, some people like that recognition. But again, how can that, when you look through the eyes of growth, what do you need to do to be a better leader? Okay. And you may be brand new and think, I have no idea. And that's okay. We're going to start kind of help give you more information about that so you can figure out some specific goals. And then as I clue up, here are some other ones. Maybe time management is a goal for you. Maybe you need to be better at managing your time. Maybe you need to come up with, duplication. And this is something I'm slowly working on with our team, is creating systems of duplication, things that as I'm doing and I'm finding it is working, or things that I hear from other successful coaches, we come up with a system and ways to share that so that we're able to pass it on. It's not reinventing the wheel every time there's a new coach or every time you bring in someone new. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You have a system. And then finally, some of the most successful people in the world are so incredible at focus and consistency. So maybe that's your goal. Maybe your goal can be for this entire year to have that focus and consistency on a daily basis. And that's tough. That's tough. And you maybe need to be more specific. Focus on what? Obviously on our team call, we're thinking about our business, but part of our business is our body. Part of our business is us taking care of us and reaching our goals. So, you may want to have specific fitness goals that you're going to focus and be consistent with. You may have specific, when we talk about our 3 vital behaviors, that inviting process. Maybe you need to be more consistent and focus on talking to more people and really developing better relationships with people so that you're not selling, but you're helping, right? How many people can you help this year? And Carl, I don't know if you listened to the National Wake Up Call he spoke on yesterday. And he shared a goal that I thought was wonderful for us to look at individually as a coach, helping 100 new people this year. So that's about 2 people a week, new people. That's a lot of people. And I think it's a great goal. That may be a little steep for where you're at right now. But guess what? What is that going to cause us to do? Stretch and grow, right? It's going to cause us to get better. And so my job as a leader is to help you figure out exactly in some of these ideas or goals that I shared, for you to pick out the ones that you're going to set for yourself. And if you're not sure what they should be, that's also where I can come in and help you. But besides that, it's starting to put a plan together to help you to grow. And so part of that is our yearly personal development plan. We're going to be doing these together, and we're going to be consistent. We are not going to give up. We are going to be consistent with it, and we're going to grow together as a team. And this team is absolutely going to explode. I know that you guys are going to be bringing in new coaches. You are going to be bringing in people into our challenge groups, and it's just going to be, contagious. And I know that, and I'm so excited about it. So I wanted to ask you guys if you want to take yourself off mute, if you have any questions. Like I said, we are going to move further, and on our next team call, we're going to dig even deeper. If you prefer, I can talk to you one-on-one, and we can talk about your goals and set that together, or we can do it together on the team call. Totally up to you guys. I'm willing to do it one-on-one if you prefer. So does anyone have any questions or comments?
I think it's a lot of information you just gave us, and that's really good. I took a lot of notes, but maybe we can take a little time to read through everything and then think about what goals we want to set for ourselves. Absolutely. And then talk to you.
That's perfect. And that was sort of my point of the call, was to lay out the plan in regards to what books we're going to do. And where we're getting started with it, and then to get you thinking about your goals, because until you really know what you need or what you want to accomplish, it's hard to sort of set activities. So right. Yeah, definitely think about this, okay? And then as you're setting your goals, think about this as well. Number 1, what activities can you engage in on a consistent basis that will help you achieve them? And if you're not sure, that's where I come in as well. But think about it. Write some ideas down. And then number 2, what knowledge do you need to gather in order to become more, to be better than you are? What skills do you need to learn? And so again, still tag teaming with that personal development plan. But for some of you, you may have certain skills you feel you need to develop. And that's where I can definitely help you as well. And just because we're doing these books together does not mean you can't do other personal development books on the side. I'm not telling you this is the be-all, end-all. This is just, I mean, there are so many to choose from. We could do a book a week and still have so many. So that's just where, as a good starting point. I'll let you know. You don't have to go out and get all 12 of these now. I'll let you know ahead of time which one we're going to do next. So it's, that plan. And then think about, how much are you going to invest in your personal growth? Whether it's doing audible.com where you're buying audiobooks, whether it's physically buying the hardcover books or whatever. How much are you going to invest? And it should be in relation to the income goal that you have, And then this is something that I heard Eric Worre say. He asked several network marketers, what do you like most about network marketing? And there were 4 reasons he gave, and they were products, income, relationships, and personal growth. And he said the one that got by far the biggest, that was selected the most, was personal growth. That was the reason why they love network marketing, because it was about personal growth. So I think that's awesome. I think that we can dig in and help other people become better people ourselves through this whole process. And in the meantime, be helping our family with other goals that we have. So any other questions or comments?
No.
No? I knocked it out of the park? No questions? Okay. Then what we're going to do, like I said, what I might do instead of waiting till Tuesday is I will put out some of this. I'll definitely have the call on the team page. We'll put that out there. I will make a list of those books. And the only order we know is the network marketing or the morning I can't even speak. Miracle Morning. That's what it is. Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. That's the first book. So you should be getting that. I would like to start that on Monday. Do you guys think that that's doable for you? Does that work? If not, I can adjust that, but I'd like to start soon since we'll already be into the second week of January and we want to stay on track. So that's for Monday. I will put out some more information, maybe sort of culminate what we talked about tonight in a post. And then that way you can go through and mull it over in your head. And then we can discuss on our page when and how we want to go about setting goals, whether it's individually or on a call. Does that sound good? Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, I'll let you go. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I think I have all my children home now, so I need to go check in with them. So have a good evening, and I will see you guys on the page later this week. Take care, you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.